name's Doug Clark, and I've served as the volunteer coordinator of the Spirit to Serve committee here at the WCI for the last 6 years. On behalf of the entire Spirit to Serve committee, we are thrilled that you've decided to spend your virtual lunch break with us to learn more about a very special place called Give Kids the World. I, along with a few others from the committee, have joined forces today in putting together this video to help promote the village's mission, its purpose, and to inform you of ways that you and your family, your company, can still support the village by way of virtual volunteering at home and participating in a virtual silent auction taking place. Both will greatly help the many deserving kids and families who will be visiting the village, we hope, in the very near future. Now, for those of you who've never heard of Give Kids the World, I'll tell you real quick, it's an 84-acre nonprofit resort in Central Florida that provides week-long, cost-free vacations to children with critical illnesses and their families. Their goal, quite simply, is to provide everything these deserving families need to make their trip the vacation of a lifetime. Before I continue, though, I have a quick video from the village that I'd like to share with you now.
Probably the one word I would use to describe this place would be
happiness,
peaceful,
laughter,
magic. Definitely magic.
Give Kids the World is a magical village where you can leave all your cares behind, where you don't have to think about what ails you. We are the place that makes the wish come alive.
It's my responsibility to impact as many kids here as possible as I can on a Friday.
Having the opportunity to have a kid forget for even 1 second that they're sick.
It's about how they make you feel. And they made us feel so special. Like they put my son up on a pedestal, and he had the time of his life.
The family thinks they're coming on a vacation to give their child a wish, but they end up walking away with hope.
When I came here, I was at the point where I had given up completely. I didn't see any future for myself whatsoever. I just saw the next doctor's appointment. And I got here, and Give Kids the World grabbed me under the arms, picked me back up, and said, you have more to give in your life. You mean more, you are worth something. And I lost that completely. I didn't think I was worth anything. And they showed me that there are things that I can help other people with because of what I went through. It's not that this is holding me back from doing something, but it's helping me do something else.
It is truly unbelievable what the power of one kind person can do for many people.
This is what I was put on earth to do. You know, I need to be here. I need to give back. When I stepped foot on this ground, my life changed immediately.
If the village wasn't here, I'd be lost. Because it is, I mean, it's a passion for me.
Being able to see before yourself someone who is probably in pain 24/7, smile and laugh, and in that moment you realize they don't feel that pain. So that's the magic for me. It's not, you know, glitter, it's teeth smiling.
I've been asking myself, what is it that I am going to do to make a huge impact? How am I going to leave a mark? And I think I've found a place to do that.
When I look into these kids' faces every Friday, I see a future. I see kids coming here to the village, and they are, for the first time, taking a deep breath, and they are having fun.
So that's it. That's the magic of when you get these kids smiling and laughing, that's what it's all about.
So it's not a depressing place. It's a happy place. It's a place where you can do something.
Now, many of you are already very aware of the village because, well, you've been there. You've been one of the thousands of volunteers in the past who have traveled out with us to the village early Saturday morning in August in Florida, very hot, to work, sweat, and volunteer your time with the families and thousands of other industry peers over the last 10 years. So, you know, in years past, we would gather Saturday morning prior to the conference starting there at the Marriott for a quick breakfast, some coffee, and a photo shoot like the one you see here. Before getting the day started, it would take over 12 charter buses to get everyone to the village. Once there, we'd put in a good 4 hours of volunteer work, doing a variety of tasks like landscaping, painting, cleaning, building projects, putting together arts and crafts, and really just serving the kids and families however each one of us could. So last year in 2019, we had over 1,200 volunteers present, representing 156 different companies from all across the country. We all joined as one to tackle 27 different projects, all going on at the same time there at the village. What we were able to complete in just 4 hours one morning, just last year, would have taken the village, with its very limited manpower, 2.5 years to complete. So that's making a difference. So along with WCI's volunteer efforts that I've just mentioned, we've also hosted an annual Give Kids the World Gala each Saturday night that follows the volunteer event, where we celebrate all that we were able to accomplish earlier that morning. The gala is also a big fundraising event for the village. Along with our many wonderful sponsors, we hold a pretty awesome silent auction event along with great entertainment to boot. And let's not forget Diana McCluskey's Princess Dress Buyout. There's a picture of that there too. Anyhow, my friend Robin Fielding will talk more about the silent auction and other sponsorship opportunities a little bit later. But right now, we have a special message from Pam Landworth, President and CEO of Give Kids the World. Pam?
My name is Pamela Landworth, and I'm the President and CEO of Give Kids the World. And Give Kids the World is a nonprofit resort based in Central Florida that is the destination for children from around the world who are battling a critical illness and share a common bond. They have a common wish, and that's to come and experience all the magic that Central Florida has to offer. And we get families from all 50 states and 76 countries around the world. And to date, we've served just over 176,000 families. You know, this was going to be probably the year that we served more families than ever before, and we were tracking that up until earlier this year. As you all know, we've all been hit and been devastated by COVID-19, the pandemic, and it's impacted us tremendously. We had to close our doors on March 18th, and said goodbye to our last family. And feeling like there's no control. So every month, 700 children are having their wish postponed. And that's just tragic for us. I mean, to have this beautiful facility, we're built on 84 acres and it's childlike, it's whimsical, we've got beautiful buildings, but what really it kind of resonates and reminds us that it takes people to bring it to life, and to walk down the avenue and see it without children laughing, it's just devastating. And then when we learned that it was going to be an indefinite period before we were able to welcome the families back, we had to lay off the majority of our staff. So we went from a staff of just over 200 to 30 people that we're calling as part of our bridge team, so bridging from the past to the future. So the ripple effects of this virus are tremendous, and the sad thing is we have no control over it. Our goal now is just to get the village show ready, both on stage and backstage, so when we can start welcoming families back, they're gonna have a beautiful resort to come to. We just want to give a huge shout out to all the amazing sponsors that have helped make this experience possible. You know, between My Matrix and Jim and Diana McCluskey, Gallagher Bassett, New Life Rehab, and Sedgwick, we just can't thank them enough for embracing our mission with passion and choosing to support this wonderful event. The beauty of Give Kids the World is there's so many wonderful nonprofit organizations in the United States. There's about 1.5 million, and they all have tremendous missions. One of I think the beauties of the village is there's instant gratification. You can see the smile that you put on that child's face. And the money that's being raised in all of these incredible donations are helping to keep hope alive. Because again, when these families come back, there's 700 children each month whose lives are being put on hold, their wishes are put on hold. When we finally reopen, all of those wishes we're going to have to fill, and on top of that, the 700 normal families that would have come that month. So we're just trying to get prepared and be prepared for that onslaught of families. And so the donations and these wonderful sponsorships are going to help us to be able to do that. one thing that we're known for is taking care of business while we're taking care of hearts. We want everyone to know that we're excellent stewards of all of those resources that they entrust with us. You're considered good as a charity if out of every dollar spent, 65 cents goes to the mission and 35 cents for administration and overhead. Well, at Give Kids the World, 92 cents of every dollar goes directly to the mission and 8 cents goes to administration and overhead. So we want people to feel proud, not only of the smiles that they're putting on children's faces, but also that we're doing everything that we can so we channel all of those resources directly to the kids who need it the most.
For us, Give Kids the World is just part of that full equation of we as a society need to do a lot to help those in need. And there's never really one single silver bullet. It's part of an entire team. So in the case of Give Kids the World, they provide that really important local connection to the kids that really need to get away and visit Florida and visit some of the attractions in Florida, really more for their family and what they're going through. Give Kids the World is that connection that enables charities all over the country to fulfill their mission through Give Kids the World and the connection to Orlando.
My name is Tara Welch. I am the president of New Life Rehab over in Mount Dora, Florida. We have the unique opportunity this year to be able to sponsor Give Kids the World, and we are so excited about this opportunity. This year, when we were choosing our list of charities to sponsor, we did a lot of research, we went online, and we did a lot of research on Give Kids the World. And one of the things that spoke to all of us was the story about Amy and why Henry started Give Kids the World. And this mission and the vision that he had it aligns perfectly with what we want for our company and for our culture. And that's why we chose to sponsor Give Kids the World.
My name is Christy Sands. I am Vice President of Marketing and Communications for Gallagher Bassett. Gallagher Bassett is the premier provider of claim services throughout the world with demonstrably superior outcomes. We guide those suffering a loss to the best outcomes for their future. We guard our clients' names and their assets with our unrivaled products and services, and we go beyond expectations in the continuous pursuit of a better way. So you ask, why did we decide to sponsor Give Kids the World? Well, at Gallagher Bassett, we really look toward the Gallagher Way, and those are 20 tenets that form the actions that we take. And the one that resonates particularly today is we run to problems, not from them. So whether we're helping an employee who suffered a loss or an organization that needs to move forward, take care of others is truly in our DNA. So it's only fitting that we apply that passion and that purpose to the communities where our people live and where we all work. So when we say we go beyond, it means that we connect ourselves more strongly and more tightly to the people we serve. And we know that people like the families of the critical ill children who visit Give Kids the World Village are counting on us. We care very, very much about our communities. It's the Gallagher way, and it is absolutely core to who we are and what we do.
Once again, I just want to take the time to thank you all. I know you're on your lunch break, and this was a choice for you to watch this video and learn more about our mission, and we're so incredibly grateful that you chose to do so. And I'd like to now turn it over to Doug Clark.
Thank you, Pam. Like many things going on in our lives in the midst of this pandemic, we simply have to adapt. While we aren't able to visit the village this year, we can and we will still support the village. That's where you guys come involved. By now, hopefully your heartstrings have been tugged a bit and you're thinking to yourself, how can I support the village? Well, we've come up with a couple ways that you can continue your support with the village from your very own home. The first, at-home volunteer projects. We've teamed up with the village to provide 3 different at-home projects. You can do these with your family, your friends, in the safety of your own home. There's a link on the WCI homepage, along with this video, that will shoot you over to where you can sign up to be a volunteer to receive a project package to be sent to your very own home. You'll complete them and then simply mail them back to the village. The 3 projects are 1, an autograph book, 2, trick-or-treat bags, 3, Halloween masks. So as Pam mentioned earlier, there's so many kids right now, their wishes, they just had to be postponed due to the current pandemic environment. Providing these care packages to the kids now brings them hope. And with our efforts combined, we can help stock up the village with these much needed supplies for when the families do return. Your efforts on these projects really will make a difference. And I hope you'll take the time to click on the link and sign up to be a virtual volunteer. It's absolutely free to do and encourages family participation. We hope that you find while doing these projects with your family and friends that it brings you together and will bring hope and happiness, again, to the kids and families that will ultimately be receiving them. So here's a quick video. I have a couple friends that are going to help me out here. Julie and Jameson, they're working on a couple projects. You can see just how easy it is, and they're having a good time. And also, we have Becky that's joined us, who might model a couple of the finished products. Well, now that you're ready to virtual volunteer, I'm going to pass this on to my friend Robin, again, to tell you more about the silent auction that you don't want to miss.
My name is Robin Fielding. I've been the CEO of Orthopedic Center of South Florida for over 22 years, and our practice has been a supporter of WCI for well over 25 years. Through WCI, I have been gifted with being a member of WCI's Spirit to Serve committee, benefiting Give Kids the World. My main role has been organizing the silent auction, which has been a mainstay during our gala, celebrating WCI's Give Kids the World Volunteer Day. These times are very difficult for many of us. Many of us have or know friends, families, and coworkers that are affected by this pandemic. To add to that knowledge that critically ill children and their families cannot have their one wish to experience the Orlando area theme parks and the magic of Give Kids the World, well, it's all heartbreaking. The WCI Spirit to Serve Committee realized that now more than ever we need to support Give Kids the World to bring joy to those deserving families during this pandemic and well into the future. To that end, I'm excited that we are now live with our virtual silent auction we've lovingly titled, Hope and Compassion Cannot Be Canceled. The auction will end 30 minutes after the conclusion of WCIvirtual, which is 5 p.m. this Wednesday. To view or join the bidding, you can log on and join on the WCI website Give Back tab. That's www.wci360.com/giveback. You can also access the silent auction on your web browser at www.bidpal.net/WCI2020. We encourage you to share these links with your families, friends, and coworkers. This silent auction is open to everyone. There are so many wonderful items primarily donated by our WCI friends. Some of these items are focused on enhancing today's world with a staycation theme. Just a few items are a really cool mega movie screen that's inflatable with a mini Wi-Fi projector, a great laptop, the very beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bath McConaughey Beach House located on the beautiful St. George Island, and that would be a 1-week stay, an inflatable paddleboard, a Yeti cooler, and so much more. With just $25, you can enter to win the amazing treasure chest. It's filled to the brim with so many wonderful items worth well over $1,000. If you simply want to show your support, you can donate directly to Give Kids the World on the same virtual silent auction. You can view what your different levels of donations can accomplish for these wish kids and their families. Here's a quick view to register and join in the fun. When you first access this link, you will see the sign-in screen. You will then enter your email address into the sign-in screen. If you've used BidPal in the past, you will be prompted to add your password that you used in the past. If you are a first-time user, you will need to register, which is a very simple process. You will then be prompted to create a password. Next, you will be asked for your mobile number, first and last name and address, etc. Next, you will be asked to add your credit card information. This is not necessary to view the auction items, but will be required if you choose to bid. Now you're ready to go. You will then be at our welcome page where you can choose any option on the left-hand side of the screen. As you browse through the items, if you find an item of interest, you can begin bidding. What's really cool is if you do place a bid and are outbid, you will receive a notification. Once the auction ends, if you are the highest bidder, you'll be notified and we will get your items right to you. I hope you enjoyed this virtual silent auction and in turn support this great cause. Hope you win your favorite items, but most importantly, stay well.
Thank you, Robin. Well, that all sounds amazing. I've already been looking and I've got my eye out on a couple of those items. Well, I love the staycation theme and especially the treasure chest. Well, as we wrap up this video, I again just want to say thank you for taking the time to learn more about Give Kids the World. I have no doubt that the WCI community, my industry peers, will show up and provide the much needed support that the village needs right now. Our industry is about taking care of those that need it, giving back. We've certainly showed up in the past with overwhelming support and momentum, and we want to see that momentum continue, both this year and into 2021. We're hopeful that side by side, we'll be again together volunteering at the village grounds, sweating again in the hot August Florida heat. So with that said, thank you again for participating with us today. We know that we're all going through a lot of uncertainty in today's environment. We hope that we've provided you with a few opportunities to give back as you can, to make a difference in someone else's life, to be a part of something simply bigger than yourself. I hope you have a great rest of your virtual conference. Don't forget to check out the virtual silent auction. And lastly, I look forward to seeing all of the pictures that are sent in while completing your virtual volunteer projects at home. Remember, we want to see them. #WCIvirtual. See you guys soon.